Okay, there we go. Hello everybody. Yeah, sorry, hello. Hi there. Today I'm about to start the video about the Great Wall of Smolensk. And there we go. That's the wall which we were. I don't need to zoom because I'm going to come closer to it a bit later. We are continuing. It's good that I came here today. It's Monday. Yeah, it's Monday. Yesterday was Sunday. It was Sunday yesterday, so we came here yesterday just for a walk because the weather was wonderful, the same as today, I suppose. Though it was -7 early in the morning, now it's about 10:30, I suppose. Okay, and the weather is nice. It's sunny. It's not windy finally because previous week it was quite nasty. But it's April, so theoretically it's time for spring to come, but the spring is late this year. I went in the wrong direction, which is interesting. So that's the entrance to, I forgot the name of the park. Lopatinski, okay, that's the name. Lopatinski Park, and that's really the top of the hill. And we are going to walk around, and we'll see there is a map, so we can see the whole structure of the place which we are going to wander around today on the map. It's shorter, nicer, without my pointing fingers anywhere. Okay. The eye of Smolensk, which is not working today. It's 50 meters high. We read the announcement yesterday. Yesterday it was working. The ticket's price 200 rubles for a person, and children younger 5 can go for free. So for a group of 4 people the price would be 200 multiplied for 800 rubles. We decided it is boring because it's a new, and we tried similar eye in Rostov. It's boring. We prefer old, extreme eyes. So there are some other places to see, like a house, upside down house. Okay, that's nice. So there is the view of the wall. I didn't really want to make this video. Okay, first I wanted to make it, and then I decided that who cares about the stupid wall? It's just a wall. There is nothing really much interesting about it. It's really not just a wall. So, and then I just thought what was interesting about this real soup. I will turn around. What's interesting about this wall? It's a sad story because you can see there are constructions. There is a construction around the wall, like it's under the reconstruction at the moment, and I thought that it's really under it, but after looking it up on the internet, it turned out that it's been in the same condition like for several years. So theoretically it's necessary to make a video about it, because just to save it, at least for myself, because if I suppose that after several years, 100 years maybe, it will just disappear. It was built in the 16th century, in the 1595, 16 something, so it's not within 1 year. And there will be a monument of the guy, builder, architecture, who made it, with the name of Fyodor Kon. Kon, like a horse, but it's his surname. Okay, if you wanna have a look around, that's a great eye. Okay, and so right now we are outside the wall. It's like, so what is the wall? The wall is around the old part of the city, and it was built to protect the city from the force, from enemies. And if you know geography, the geographical position of Smolensk is right in the European part before Moscow, so all enemies who were coming towards Moscow met first Smolensk, burned it and kept it going. So, okay, first I'm going to see at that part there is a nice, how to say, tower. Yes, tower. There are 18 towers. 18? I might be mistaken. So as I read, there were used to be about 25 of them. Not all of them have survived. Maybe I'm mistaken, but there are 18 of them which are still there, standing. Some of them are going to get ruined quite soon because they're really in a real poor condition. That's why I'm so that was sorry, that was the result of my small search on the internet, that people feel sorry about this wall because it's really in a poor condition and it's not going to last long. Traditional signature letters. Let's just take a photo of it. I love Smolensk, and no, there is actually a good view over the wall from this part, like a tower. What about towers? So all towers have their own names, quite funny names. I will put inside the list of them. I will try to copy it from the internet, but you will see it anywhere if you Google for just some information. Okay, there we go. So right now we are in the park. The park is called Pazinsky Park, and there are some other interesting monuments around. Okay, so we can see there. What we can see? What can we see here? Oh, there are some sites which are worth seeing. Okay, and here you can see it's cold. Yes, my hands are cold now. You can see the just a moment, what is there? So that's a scheme. We are here at the moment, right? Yes, we are here. There is a pond with ducks around. So if we look around, there is, so that's like a bigger part. So the wall was around some part of the city, and as you see from the picture, not all of it has remained till nowadays, but some part of it are quite in a good condition, some part of it are not. Seagulls. So you can see there is a roof, and theoretically people could have visited the upper part of it, but it's closed for visiting. Now let's have a look. I actually wanted to go around the wall, around this central part of Smolensk, outside the wall, which I actually already did a week ago. I wanted to repeat the experiment. Now I realize that my hands is already cold. Theoretically I have mittens, I'm going to put them on. Yes, that's mittens, I don't wear gloves. But then I realized that I forgot my battery. Interesting readings. Okay, let's have a look. What's there? Okay, which is interesting. It's in Russian, English and Polish. Well, it's really connected with the history of the place. Because originally, if you go back to Wikipedia, you can read that Smolensk, territory of Smolensk, is situated near, in the western part of Russia, near the border between Belarus, Russia and Poland. So at some points it belonged to I forgot. Okay, it's Polish and English, but it was different. It has Litva, so it belonged to Polish Litov, Kняжество. I don't remember what it is called in English. Honestly speaking, I don't even know, maybe. So, okay, we are at some construction which was constructed, nice, one word, built in the 17th century. So it's like a hill, and there are several similar, may I call it construction as well? It's not really a wall, but it's like a hill on the hill, to protect the territory around. And all this territory is similar. So you can see it's like a hill. Oh, where is it? That's like a hill, then we go down, and then up here there is another hill again, and there is another hill behind the wall. So all the territory of the park consists of hills, smaller ones. No, and these are stairs which I just walked up a moment ago. I'm going to go down again, and now it's going to be dangerous because at some points they are ruined, and they are marble. It's marble. Yes, it's marble stairs. It's a pity. I think they are going to renovate them in the summer. Ah, yeah, these are parts of these stairs beside. Probably they will renovate the stairs. Okay, so let's see around. What is interesting about the place? So the wall, oh my god, the wall was constructed in the end of the 16th century, 1595, as I remember, by the architect named Fyodor Kon. There will be his statue later. We'll come to it in the center. And initially Smolensk belonged to Polish. No, again, initially it didn't belong to anybody. So the first memories of it may go back to the history of Rus. So it's really old, one of oldest cities in our history. So we can, but there are no many historical places around, because as you know, as soon as the city is near the border, it can be ruined too often. We are inside the wall. The wall is really deep. There is a small exit, but it's really small. Nobody can get out. It's a thick wall. It's about 3 meters, I suppose. Let's go out. So we are going to walk around the wall. There is a pond with ducks and swans. I didn't see any swans, but there are seagulls. Okay, I walked around the wall and now I'm on the inner part. So I'm like inside the old part of the city. You can see there is a wonderful pond behind me, and there are ducks. Theoretically there are swans. There should have been. I saw some signs that there are swans, but I haven't seen them. Probably they are gone for winter time. There is some like historical information about the wall, that it was built, and you can put a pause and read, because I will put a picture of it into the video. I hope there's not much wind. Old pictures as well. What this wall looked like before. Oh, there is. That's what it looked like in old times. And that's the architecture. We'll see him later. Not exactly him, of course, but just his statue. So, where were we? Where were we? We were coming up. Oh, the stairs again. The same ruin, the same pieces aside. It's winter. In the winter time, it's always the same. Or every road, as I remember Novosibirsk, every spring it's inevitable to see reconstruction works because of their ice, water, and climate changing situation. Water is the most powerful force on Earth, on the Earth, because it can ruin everything, especially the road. But this road was built probably in the Soviet time. I actually am sure about it, definitely sure. So the wall was constructed, as I said, in 1595. That's the 5th time. Oh, it's actually, there is a story. Every Russian school kid read this story because it's included in the school program of literature. The story about Ivan Susanin. Ivan Susanin, that's your name. So the story is about how Polish invaders came to some part of Russia and they wanted to go pass to conquer some cities, maybe, who knows what they wanted to do. And so but they couldn't get in because they didn't have GPS, and they asked for a guide. And Ivan Susanin, like a brave man who wanted to show them, oh my gosh, I'm not brave, there are ducks everywhere. So there is a brave guy, man, let's call him a man. He was a man, and he showed them the way, but he didn't really show this way. He just rumbled around the forest and swamps, and so for several days or maybe weeks, according to the book, several days. At some point, enemies realized that he's been fooling them. He was fooling them. It was far away, far a lot stuff. It was a long time ago, and they logically, what could they do? They killed him. So that's he's like a hero. That he protected his land, motherland, with the price of his own life. Didn't let invaders to come. Which is funny about the story. My son has recently read this story because of school program, and after reading, that a month ago, 2 months ago in January, we were in Poland, and my son loves Poland. I don't know why, it's just something, as my mom says, it's in his genes. And he just said, why did he do that? If he wouldn't have tried to fool. Нет, что-то that is wrong, that's a mistake. So if, as my son said, if Ivan Susanin hadn't tried to make fools of Polish, they would have conquered Russia and we would have lived in Poland by now. No, which didn't really happen. As you see, we are in Russia and Poland is in Poland. Oh, that's nice. So that's the territory of park inside. There are some cafes, probably restaurants, and a wonderful toilet over there. Which is nice about Russian parks, you can hardly find a toilet if you need one, because it's normally hidden. Okay, let's get to another part of the park. And as it comes out, we came directly to the architecture of the whole building. Theoretically, okay, let's have a look at the guy. You can see his wonderful, handsome face and the name Zochi, which is architect Fyodor Kon. And I wouldn't be that sure that he was actually an architect, but there is the only document which is saved. Not so many architects in Russia were famous with their names because it was a normal practice to kill the guys. If you read any historical articles, books about any buildings or constructions which were made at the time, so you can read that after some building, when the work was done, it was quite traditional for Russian kнязь to kill the people who were building, like to keep a secret, because in all military constructions, because the wall theoretically, without theoretically, is a construction which purpose is to protect, and so it's military. The purpose of it is military purpose. Why am I repeating all the time the same thing? So as soon as this is a real important building and governors wanted to keep it in secret, So they normally killed. It doesn't really sound normal, but they used to kill architects. Fyodor Kon was mentioned in one document in 1955 that he was sent from Moscow to construct something. Okay, there is a museum of history. Yeah, you see, there is nothing, just a museum, and it's closed because of all that. And the wall is going on this way. We are going to see Lenin, a statue of Lenin, and what's around. There are quite beautiful buildings over there. So talking about architecture, he was quite famous because he also built some constructions in the White City in Moscow. I'm not sure which is called, but so there are some mentioning of him in history. And if we go that direction, we'll see, what do we see? Smolenский городской совет. Nice. Flag. Typical building. Beautifully made, just in the center. So the building used to belong to Soviet party, yep, communistic party, and there are many signs that there was some great politicians at this place, and they visited the place and did something in there. But now it's just an art school. I saw some children coming out the place, and there is a park on the right, there is another park on the left, there are some cafes, and it's busy. The street is really busy at the moment, which is interesting. Why is it interesting? It's not really interesting, but I don't think the place is not really ready for tourists. Because, oh, there are tulips, look at this. The spring is coming and there are tulips coming, and you can enjoy the wonderful view of Почта. Почта России, that's a post office, and yes, Rostelecom. What's Rostelecom? Internet provider. Post office. So, and we are coming to Lenin. The square is rather big, and oh, surprise! The weather has become better, and now there are entertaining people. They started renting cars for children. I don't see any children though, but yet boring. Just a week has passed, and the view has changed drastically. It was all dirty, covered with ice just a week ago, and now it's all clean. And it's actually really clean. I don't even see the sand. Sand is everywhere. Okay, there is still sand here, and because they covered the roads with sand to prevent people from falling over. Falling over in the winter on the ice. Okay, let's have a look. So, that's Lenin Square. Just a moment, I need to stand. So, okay, what is there? We can look around. There are interesting buildings of Soviet time epoch. There is statue of Lenin and the white building. As soon as you come a bit further from the wall, in the same park, actually I exited the park territory, and I'm on Lenin Street. It's usually every Russian city has, even town, even a small village has Lenin Street, because there always must be him. Add him and one more Lenin to my collection. Every city which I visit is normally be remembered by me with the help of the photo with Lenin. I already have the photo with this statue. Just why not? For those who is interested for those people who are interested in history and architecture. It's kind of nice scene because these buildings were built and planned and designed in Soviet times, and they're quite typical for Russia. You can see such buildings in every city. I personally remember something similar in Omsk, the same in the central square near no, not near Lenin, but okay, in the central square, and it's like a style of Stalin's classicism because there are always columns and the buildings are always made in it's proportional, so they're all symmetrical. The right part is the same as the left part, and they look nice. Here they're quite nice, again nice looking. I don't like the word nice already, but they're yellow, kind of positive. If you come to Omsk, they are gray over there, and in Novosibirsk, I like Novosibirsk, but it's really gray. Everything is gray there. It's okay, I understand that it's marble and the buildings are made of marble and this type of stone, technically it's concrete, but even here the same concrete can be colored with white. Oh, there is a wedding, so that's I understand the theater, Smolensk State Drama Theater, yes, I'm right. And there is a wedding, they're taking photos around. Okay, and there are some signs. What is there nearby? Eastern part of wall, art gallery, and Pazinsky Park, which we just left. And here we are. It's probably the last part of this video. Actually, yes, as you remember, I wanted to go around the wall, but the previous week was really cold. Then this week it's been raining all week long, and so now I'm on the pavement, right? But if I go outside the wall, it's not gonna be the same civilized. There will be no road and it's dirty now. So I'm not going to do it this week, maybe later on. We'll see. Okay, where we are now. So the last point in this trip is visiting. Okay, there is a square behind me. It's called Victory Square. The first question which appeared in my head was like, what kind of victory? Who did we win? Because there were many wars, and especially in this place. So, and actually there is a monument over there. We are going to come closer. And on this monument is a good answer to the question what victory and which war is it about. Behind me there is another monument. Okay, why is it behind? That's not now. Okay, now it's behind me. Okay, I'm kidding. So I'm going to zoom. That's a monument to Twardowski. Yes, it's Twardowski, Vasily Turkey. And there is an excursion of school kids visiting Smolensk, and they are listening to a woman talking about history and the Second World War, because the monument is linked to it. And what else is interesting? There is one more building on this street, but no, we cannot see it properly. There is a trade center. Last week I visited Tsum. That's a different one. It was built in the 1960s, but so it was built in the 1960s, but the name of it now has changed. Previously or initially it was called like the World of Childhood, Детский мир. It's again one more shop which normally to be positioned in every city. Okay. No, I don't need this. I hate traffic lights in Smolensk because every time when you come to the traffic light there is just 25 seconds for you to cross the road. If you don't catch up with this time, you have to wait for the next 90 seconds. Oh, there is a tram coming. You see the tram? Oh, there is a new one actually, it's cool, but sometimes, mostly, there are old trams. Where are the okay, yeah, and there we go. As soon as you remember it, it's coming. There is an old one. It's a really busy street. I guess it's loud. Okay, let's cross the road and look at the monument. And here we come in. And we can zoom. Yes, so that's the Soviet time soldier and the war, and there is whole information about it. And on the second side there is another type of soldier. It's medieval time, 1609, 1611. That's, I guess, the war against Poland and Polish-Lithuanian invaders, right? Smolensk. Yes, Sigismund, of course. Yeah. So that's the next hero here, and the information about it. Yep. Wow, but there is a red star. And the third war is the war against the Polish and French army. That's 1812. There are actually many monuments devoted to this war here in Smolensk, because if you remember, yes, right. If you remember, back there in the park, there was another monument. No, you don't remember because I went there, but I didn't make any videos. And there are several monuments devoted to the same French war. We call it, I will Google what we call it in English. So the war against France. And I just love this building. We are going to finish the video with a small excursion inside this wonderful building. The building, as you can see, there's signature October, which is October. As we know, there was a great Russian Revolution which happened in 1917 in October. Go back to Wikipedia if you don't know. So what did I want to say about this building? Theoretically, I like it because for all my life, for all my childhood, when I went to art school, I went to the art school by bus, and the bus stop was called October because absolutely the same building was in my hometown in Kazakhstan, and it was named the same way, October, the same way, but there was just a fontaine. Actually, there is still fontaine. The difference is there is dress. Who is there, guys? Okay, the difference is the only one that this very building is still in the Soviet time style, because nobody was going to renovate it, nobody decided to reconstruct it. But in Kazakhstan, whatever building you will find was reconstructed. They change everything, they try to redesign everything and make it beautifully, renovate it, keep it in a good condition. Here the condition is quite poor. I just feel sometimes sorry for these buildings. They're nice, they're good looking, but they're all... What am I talking about? Let's try to zoom to show what I'm talking about these things. Yes, I like them all, but it's sad to observe all those buildings in such a poor condition, isn't it? Yes, it's sad. And again, it's not somewhere in the outskirts, it's just the real center. So let's just come in, because the ceiling is wooden. Oh my gosh. Okay, the interior design is absolutely the same as it used to be in Soviet time. Let's come in. Just don't pay attention to what is wrong. Oh, sorry. That's what I like about Soviet time buildings, because they are, you can see the ceilings over there. And there was another ceiling. I'm coming up. Oh, he's there. I was going just to say goodbye, see you later, and don't forget to subscribe, whatever, click like. Oh, come on, I just wanted to go up these stairs too. So, no, as you can see, there are so many things to see around. If you just look about, look around yourself, and you will always find something interesting. You just need time to see it, right? You need time to see and to read and to learn something. That's always interesting. Okay, let's have a last look from the hill. That's Bastion. Bastion at some time, because again, I like this place. See you later.